On today's Ask Connie Anything question, we are still visiting our question from Britta Green Violet about LLCs and sole proprietorship. So Cooper, thank you for being back. Cooper Warner with Namaste Law. And Britta asked, do we want an LLC to be a broad umbrella or one per industry? And Britta has many faceted businesses going on. She's a coach. She has a coaching business. She sings. She has events, and she does wellness. Does she want each of those little things to be individual LLCs, or can she just do one that encompasses them all?
Yeah, good question. So much of the world that I live in is assessing risks. And when you have one umbrella LLC with multiple branches, I'll just call the other businesses branches. So when you have multiple businesses as branches underneath your umbrella, you are potentially putting all of your businesses at risk, because if something goes wrong with one branch, it's all funneling back to the same LLC. So something goes wrong with one, it could affect all of your other businesses. And so, if piggybacking on some of the discussions we've had prior about the low cost of creating an LLC, if a business owner is going to have multiple different businesses, I almost always recommend that they create a separate LLC for every distinct business, because that way all of the risks, all of the liabilities are staying within that LLC's bubble, and they're not able to infiltrate any other businesses and put, hard work at risk in all of the other facets of, somebody's professional life.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I've worked with a lot of different property managers, people that have owned rentals, and I've seen that happen a lot. Like each rental is its own LLC. So that makes sense. So each one has its own liability. If something happens to that one, it doesn't affect the other ones. Cool. All right. So again, this is another great question for somebody to have with an attorney specific to their need, because her coaching business and her events might be under the same umbrella, because a lot of coaches do events, right? So is there something they should consider before they go to see an attorney? Like, should they map out what their services are, or?
Yeah, I always make this recommendation, because oftentimes it's the fear of huge legal bills. I say two things. First and foremost, a lot of attorneys will give initial consultations for free. The length of time may differ, but always, know that that's an option that's available, to just at least suss out an attorney, understand their vibe, see if you're going to connect, and that they're familiar with the needs that you have. The second thing I always recommend is to be very clear on what your goals and intentions are in working with an attorney, and what is the outcome that you want. So thinking through, what are my businesses? What am I doing? What am I concerned about? Come to an attorney with those thoughts, and that's basically it. There's not, you don't have to get caught up in certain laws that exist or different business structures. Really just know what's causing you pain or worry or concern or stress, and bring those problems to an attorney with, what you want as an outcome. Maybe it is to just know about your risks. Maybe it is to actually take some measure to isolate those risks. So just be clear on what it is that's causing you pain and what you want as an outcome. And that will be...
I love it. Yeah, I love it, because we've seen a lot of videos talking about risk tolerance. So this plays right into that conversation. Really awesome. All right, so you know what an LLC is, you know what a sole proprietorship is, you know what the difference are and the fees, and you know why an LLC would be for each different industry that you would have as businesses. So thank you, Cooper, for all that great information. Again, if you are in a different state, not in Oregon or Washington, remember to find your own attorney. But if you have other questions that are similar to this, look for the link and send them over to me. And until next time, wishing you much success, joy, and of course, always profits. See ya.